Hey everyone, welcome back. I had a lot of people reach out to me and request that I put together a little tutorial on how I have automated delivering a lead magnet automatically when somebody submits their contact information to a lead form on the Google Forms. So I figured I'd just go ahead and go through that today. I'm joined today by Wesley Pipes. He's a guy that does a lot of wholesaling and real estate, and he's looking to get some information here today as well. And then we might be joined by other people who jump into my open office hours at any point. So just keep an eye out for them. Thanks for being here today, Wesley.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate this.
No problem. I mean, this is the thing I understand. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're going to start with Google Forms. I just wanted to go over a few of the basics here real quick. What I've been doing is I've been using this simple form on delivering a simple lead magnet, which is 7 questions you need to ask before lending. And so what I've done is I've set it up by adding these questions one at a time. Each of these questions has a short answer. I've ensured that it's required before you can submit the form. And I've got 4 fields. I've got a first name, a last name, a phone number, and an email. And so you have to submit that 4 pieces of information, and then it goes and connects to a spreadsheet that I have. I've connected this one right here. I've called that lead capture form 7 questions. It's got 6 columns and no information in the rows yet. I'm actually going to add a 7th column because I want to be able to track whether the lead magnet has been sent to the email or not. So I'm just going to call it, oh, I already added that. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's going to say email sent, but it's already there. So my bad. Then what we've got with the lead capture form is that we want to be able to take this information when somebody puts their 4 pieces of information in here. We want to automatically send an email with a PDF or other digital resource that we have as our lead magnet out to the prospect so that we don't have to go through and do all of this manually. And so what I've done is you go into extensions and you click on something called Apps Script. And then I've written a script that's going to send out an email based on the submission of the form. And this email script that I've got set up is actually for one of my clients who does a coaching program. So she's sending out a lead magnet called Habits That Heal. And it's like 7 habits that she has that have helped her turn her life around. And so we can change some of this for the purpose of the tutorial. As you can see, the from name is her name. I'm going to change it to my name because I'm going to be the one sending out the lead magnet here. And what this does is it changes who is said here on the front when you're in your Gmail account. For example, the from name from this email from a shipment that I have purchased from PE Science. PE Science is the from name. And then you have your subject name over here. And so we'll be able to change that inside the script and customize it to the way we want it. For me, it's going to be saying your guide on what questions to ask before lending. And for good copy practice for subject titles, probably want to capitalize each of the primary words. You don't have to do it with adjectives, conjunctions and the like, but for all the main words in your sentence, you want to capitalize them. I'm not going to worry about that today just because it's just a tutorial. Then we have a Drive file ID. This is something you're going to have to figure out in order to attach the PDF to your email. And so if I go into my Google Drive, I can find this. So here's my form, 7 questions you need to ask before lending. Here's my spreadsheet. And it looks like I don't actually have a PDF for the 7 questions to ask before lending in the Drive at the moment. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit doc.new, and that will open a brand new Google document that I can edit and put things into. And so because we've been using AI a lot, I'm just going to go to ChatGPT. And I'm going to say, can you please generate me a dummy file that contains the 7 questions you need to ask before lending. Generate it as simple text that I can just copy, paste to a Google Doc. So these are probably not questions that I would ask specifically. Some of them are questions that I would ask, like what's the collateral or security that's offered. I don't know if I really understand why you'd ask about the exact purpose of the loan. That should be apparent just in your conversation with somebody. But like this is just a rough draft. We can always generate something more useful and valuable to a person. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and paste it so we have something to throw into our automation. Then I can go ahead and find the link here. We want to make sure that it's not restricted. Anyone with the link can view this document. And then I'll copy the link. And then I'll give it to ChatGPT and I'll say, hey, this is the link to my Google document. Can you help me obtain the file ID? And so it explains where you're going to find the file ID if you don't have ChatGPT to do it for you. It's always going to be the long string of characters between /d/ and the next /. So if you look inside this URL, keep going along here. Oh, there's the /d/, which means starting right after that, this series of letters and numbers between the next / is your file ID. And so you can copy it directly from here, or you can see here, it's right there. It just kind of gave it to you. Then what I'm going to go do into the script is I'm just going to take that file ID, I'm going to post it inside those quotation marks. And then the reply to email is going to be my personal email, which is opoulos24@gmail.com. And then we can change how the body of the email looks like inside the body. A lot of the rest of this is just programming information so that it knows how to run the application or the automation. And then I will go ahead and save that. And if I go over to triggers, probably I filled this out, but what we're going to do, I'm going to delete this one and create a new one so you can follow along. Go down to this button at the bottom right, you hit add trigger. You want it to be on form submit, from spreadsheet, and on form submit. Then we hit save. Then what it's going to do is it's going to go through here and it's going to make you sign in to your Google account and give this script that you've written permission to operate within your system. And the reason it does that is because it doesn't want you to be susceptible to hackers and people who are going to write malicious code. And so it doesn't recognize this app. I'm the developer. I'm the actual person who's going to be running it on my very own Google Drive. So I'm just going to say, yes, you think this is safe, but I'm still going to give you permission to run it because I am the author. Now that should be active. What I need to do now is go to this form that I have, and I'm going to copy the responder link and just open it in another tab. That way I can fill out the form as if I was one of the people who is entering my information. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick. And it says, okay, your response has been recorded. I can go back to the spreadsheet. I can see that my name, my phone number, my email is all there, as well as the fact that it has automatically sent that email. And we can see it sent it at 9:20 a.m. And so I'm going to go to my email box and see if we can't. Yep, there you go. Here's from me. And if that was going to someone else's email, it'd be my name there. It would be Nathanael Opoulos, your guide on what questions to ask before lending. And then I can just open it up. You can see that it still has some of the text here from the other email that I designed for one of my clients. But you can also see that it's going directly to the 7 questions you need to ask before lending. And so all that is going to do is make it to where you don't actually have to send your lead magnet out by manually. As soon as they fill out the form on Google, they're going to receive their resource, and you're going to receive a notification on your spreadsheet that it has been delivered to them. And I'm going to go ahead and provide the script in the school group, as well as a few other locations. If you have any interest in obtaining that script, just let me know. And probably the best place to get a hold of me is via Instagram direct messages at Nathanael_Opoulos, and just ask about the Google script for lead magnet delivery. Anyway, that pretty much covers the tutorial. Do you have any questions for me, Wesley?
Yeah, the other day you had mentioned on the form with the phone number, people use different formats. They may use parentheses for the area code and may or may not use dashes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to put something in the form that formats that the same way so that when you import it into a spreadsheet, they all come out the same way?
Yeah, I think if you go in here and you go conditional formatting, you can set rules in here. Sorry, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted to do it for, let's say data. It's not conditional formatting. Number, this might be it. I want to test this. I think it's this one. And so if we'll just say, I'm going to submit the form a second time and see if I can get it to auto adjust by doing that formatting I just did, because I'm not 100% positive that's the way you do it. I'm just going to put a random person in here. His name will be Jim Shu. We're going to throw in a phone number where I didn't put the dashes in. Let's go 801-555-1234. And then his email can be at my email, so we can make sure that everything is delivered still. You go back to the lead capture form, and you can see that it didn't actually change that formatting, but if we were to go to the column, we might be able to get it to do it just by formatting it again, which it did. I might be able to write a script that would go through there like once a day and just fix all the phone numbers. But for now, you just have to select that column, go to format, you go to number, and then you choose the one you want for phone numbers. And you can either do the one with the parentheses and the 3 digits, a dash, and 4 digits, or you could just do 3-3-4. So,
okay.
Yep. So,
Right.
Not optimal because we are working with an Excel spreadsheet, but there's no way to force it when they're entering their information on the form, as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah, because all it lets them do is short answer text. So,
Yep.
I
Okay.
can look into that and see if there's a different way to do it, but that should work for now.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll see you in the next video.